Yo, this is Corey.
What's up, it's Jahi.
And this is Jordan, and you're now
Tapped in to
Fatherhood Forward.
Before we dive into today's episode, we want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors of this video, Platinum Party Planners.
you already know they one of the best sponsors around. They specialize in birthdays, weddings, baby showers,
Yep.
corporate events, and they even do treats.
And they hit.
That's a fact. So y'all see this beautiful furniture that we have on set today.
Facts.
It's courtesy of Platinum Party Planners. So shout out to the ladies over there.
Yes,
Sir. Big shout out to the Platinum Party Planners. You already know they're going to make your event shine every time.
Bling.
Blow.
Let's get it.
What is up, everybody?
Yo.
You're
What's up, yo?
Yo, we are here for 25.
Hey. Yeah.
Was gonna be ready?
You've been doing your
I was about
homework,
to say, he
man.
practiced that, bro. He definitely
How
practiced
many
that.
times you had to practice that joint and get it down pat? Yo,
That's
come
crazy.
on.
Hold up before these niggas get me.
That's crazy. You was
Episode
prepared, though.
25.
Let's go, man. Episode 25. That's a milestone, bro.
We at the midpoint
It really is.
season.
It really
Yeah.
is.
I mean,
What we 2 away, 3 away from 150?
2 away.
Yeah,
2 away.
man. Something like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Remember, you undershot us on the goal, but
Yeah.
hey, man, anything is achievable as long as we put our minds to it.
Absolutely, bro.
We're proving that to ourselves every time we sit down to do this. Man.
Yeah. Want to say, I'm very thankful for having you guys as my brothers, man.
For sure,
Facts.
man.
And co-hosts, of course.
Facts.
So cheers.
Sure.
No mimosas this morning.
No mimosas this morning, man.
But-
We got a good conversation in the pipeline for this one, man. So I
Yeah.
think it's okay to have no mimosas.
So episode 25.
How y'all feeling?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Let's check
Weather
in.
report.
check in.
Let's check in.
Thank you, Jordan. Since you start.
I say this past week, bro, it's been like mentally tiring. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, Cross is sick again, so
Hey.
we dealing with him in the middle of the night. I've been finding myself going to sleep around like 12:30, 1 o'clock every night. So between that, dealing with him, it's just like mentally draining.
Yeah.
Like, my body, I can feel it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
tired as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I really don't have no complaints. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just tired, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Feel that. I'm right there with you, bro. I'm tired. I got a lot going on.
Mhm.
That I'm just constantly trying to fight through, just push through, move forward. I mean, the kids, they're gonna be the kids, but
Yeah.
other life circumstances that I'm dealing with, it just get a lot. Like, I feel like my plate is definitely full. But in the same breath, like, I know that we've said it on here before. God ain't putting us in those situations that
Mm.
we can't handle.
That's a
fact.
fact. That's a
Amen.
fact.
It's a matter of finding out how to handle it. It's funny because I actually said that to myself this week. Like, at one of my most frustrated points this week, I said, like, yo, I think I can accept and say that I know that I'm being tested right now, like, by God. And I think that's the first step of me figuring out what the test is, because we know that he's not gonna, like, verbally say it. Like, he's not gonna put a sign in front of you that says you need to do X, Y, and
Right.
Z. But you still have to be able to see that you're now being tested, and you got to figure out how to overcome this. And that's where I'm at right now. I know that I
And that was good. That was good. We're going to clip that.
Yeah.
am.
Man, I feel like this week has been a very long week. Obviously dealing with or handling, the family and all the other stuff. Just trying to build back, and I'm looking to purchase another vehicle. So it's just been a little challenging, but all in all, like, I gotta remember, like, I got somebody to lean on,
Mhm.
like my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to, like, as men, sometimes we be wanting to fight the battles on our own. Like, I can handle this. I can
Yeah.
handle this. I feel like this week I got to a point where it was like, damn, I can't handle this.
Mhm.
But I did have a bright spot. So remember we mentioned I had mentioned the potty training with 7 and everything. Man, why yesterday I'm at the barbershop. My wife called me. She said, "You won't believe what just happened." 7 said she had to go to the bathroom. She went and she pooped in the potty.
Congratulations.
Wow.
And she hadn't pooped on the potty in like a couple months since I
That's
mentioned it.
love.
So the real bright spot in my life is my children, man, because I'm like every day the development is crazy. Like that's something like, and my wife puts so much work in with the kids, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm just blessed to be able to have like just to be in a good situation, man. Like to
Yeah.
think where we came from to where we at now, to having 2 beautiful kids. Yes, they have their own needs,
Mhm.
and so do we. But when we can find that middle ground of like, yeah, we need time for ourselves, but then it's time for us to put in work with the kids. Like I can appreciate that.
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
I'm
Love
happy
that.
for you. Congratulations, 7.
Love that.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Now
It's a milestone.
we just gotta get her to wipe properly.
Yeah.
Bro, like I said, that's a whole
That's a
different.
whole nother joint,
That's
right?
a whole different time, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, the time that I seen that on Instagram, it said like kids don't start doing that till like between like ages 3 to 7. Like, you know what I mean? So you got time.
Yeah.
Other shitty draws coming. But yeah, man, so we good. Episode 25 is
25.
is where we're talking about pretty much mental exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could probably go mental and physical exhaustion. So we entertained y'all enough. We know we can entertain y'all.
Yeah.
But just where at this point, because we're all in similar phases of life, right?
Yeah.
All young kids, we're around the same age, we're from the same places,
Yeah.
so we kind of going through this journey together, and that's the whole point of Fatherhood Forward.
Absolutely.
So this episode is kind of going to just be like that real conversation that we probably needed.
Yeah.
And we have conversations, but this is probably one that's going to resonate with a lot of parents in general.
Yeah.
But this is about to just let it
fly,
let
man.
it fly.
Yeah, I think the time of the year that we in right now, because I mean today's date is what, January 26th, so we obviously in the winter. Yeah, I think the winter like goes hand to hand with how we feeling right now.
Like the weather in general, or just like wintertime?
Just wintertime in general.
I wouldn't say there's no specific weather to be stressed out or mentally exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that comes at any point in time in life.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I think I'm a lot more happy in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or warmer weather in general.
Because like people talk about like seasonal depression, you know, because it gets darker out earlier. It's colder out, so you more than likely inside the house more. I've heard that before, and I just wondering what y'all thought about it.
Do you think it's true?
I think it could play a part, but I agree with you when you say, like, you know what I mean, these feelings of being exhausted can come at any time of the year. It can come in the summertime when it's nice outside. I think it's easier to kind of get out of it because you then can go outside, get some fresh air, like, and feel good outside, and do other like activities that you can't do in the wintertime.
Right.
So I think it's a little easier to get out of it, maybe.
So in regards to exhaustion, right? Because depression and exhaustion are two different things. We can probably, when we get there, we can talk about it. What are some like signs of when you're just freaking exhausted? How can you like? Is it just a feeling? For me, I know like when I like not disregard, when I don't necessarily do the inner work on myself like I normally am doing. If I'm not reading, at least trying to do some push-ups, or doing something at the house, or going to the gym, like when I just fall off my swivel, you know what I'm saying, my normal routine, that's when I know, like when everything seems heavier, you know what I mean? I get into a place where I just like I kind of shut down, and it happened that day when I say, yo, I gotta deactivate my Instagram.
Yeah.
And not saying like the exhaustion correlated with Instagram, but like I was trying to take away anything that was like clouding my thought process. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So I'm still trying to find a way to navigate that. But yeah, what is it for y'all?
I mean, for me, I know I know when I'm getting exhausted when that feeling of overwhelmingness like hits me. Like everything, like my patience level drops.
Mm,
Yeah.
Like the slightest thing can really like piss me off, and I'm not. Y'all know I'm always walking around with a smile on my face, happy. I'm not an angry person, but when I start to catch myself getting mad too quick, I'm like, hold on,
Yeah.
yeah.
let me look at everything that's happening. Oh, I'm actually getting overwhelmed because too much is happening right now that I feel like I don't have a grasp on.
Yeah.
And when I feel like when I have that feeling, it's an uncomfortable feeling for me because I like to think that I can handle everything. And when I have that feeling of I can't do it, I don't like losing. So I feel like I'm losing in my situation. So I gotta sit down and then like assess like what is it that's really causing this. I'll start picking at things to
Mm,
try to like fix the situation. Um, some things may work, some things may not, and it's just a matter of like trial and error for me. But like as far as like recognizing it, it's when I become like overwhelmed and
mm,
very low patience.
mm,
Yeah, it's almost the same with me. I find myself to be like real quick tempered.
Mm-hmm.
Like my reactions to certain shit be like, damn, that was a little out of pocket. I shouldn't have said that. And then like I'll go into work some days and I notice like I don't really want to talk to nobody. Like
mm,
Yeah.
I'm just like in my bag, I might throw my headphones in, like, and sometimes people know like, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not in that vibe today. Like, chill off me for real. Like, I
Now,
don't want.
do you voice that though? Like
Yeah,
when they
yeah, yeah,
ask?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's good. 'Cause I feel
yeah. I
like
definitely voice it. Like, just leave me alone. I'm not even in that type of vibe today, bro.
I
Like,
mm.
respect it. And that takes a lot to say. That's what's up, bro.
yeah,
I ain't mean to cut you off though. My bad.
no, you good, but just like that's really it for me. I just gotta like really watch what I say when I'm in that type of vibe because I could hurt somebody's feelings, but it's not intentional.
Right.
I'm just in my bag today. Like, leave me
Mm.
alone.
Yeah.
How does exhaustion determine your parenting style or your how does it affect your parenting in general? As we have children, and obviously this is fatherhood forward,
Mm,
um, we're gonna have moments where we're exhausted, depressed, tired. You know what I mean?
mm,
Um, I had a moment this week where the same day I had text y'all and everything, I ain't talked to my wife for like it was like 4 hours, and that's a lot for us.
mm,
Like I think I came home, I went upstairs, I grabbed my Bible, went downstairs, I read for a little bit, sat on the toilet for like an hour, not even, you know what I mean, not even going. It's just like, bro, I needed some time. And in the midst, my kids is upstairs in their room. And it's like I kind of stayed away from them because I feel like children understand energy.
mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Almost like if y'all have pets, like pets understand your energy. Like you come to the house, something's off. Like my dogs to be jumping on me and all kinds of shit. It's just like in that moment, I don't know. I think I try to not stay away from the kids, but like if I know I'm not all the way myself, I kind of limit my interactions with my children because I don't think it's conducive. Not saying I would do something bad to
Right.
them, but I just like I'm big on energy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You want to get off of negative energy
Yeah,
around them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like so, even if I didn't talk to my wife for 4 hours, we have worse. Our souls are tied together.
Mm,
Right.
So soon as I come in the house, my energy off, her energy off. We both going through it now. You know what I'm saying? And I had to the following day, I had to get myself together and apologize to her because it was just like I wasn't handling it. I wasn't handling the situation the way a married man should. It's like I'm still my mentality is like it's just me. It's about me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we have a whole family, you got people to take care of. Your responsibility as a man, the head of the household is
Yeah, you have to carry it, but you don't have to carry it alone. So you got to be a little bit, like for me, in that moment, I had to be a little bit more open. But we all need time.
Yeah.
We all need time to work through our situations and figure out how to assess it. And that was the time that I was taking. But since I didn't communicate it effectively, my partner doesn't know what's going on, and it could be anything.
Yeah.
So in regards to the parents, I gotta find other ways, through exhaustion to work through it. You know what I mean? And still be there for my kids presently, 100%. Yeah, because in those moments of exhaustion, it's like, yo, turn the TV on, toys. You know what I mean?
So when you get like that and your patience gets real low, like what's some key things that you can do to not take it out on your children?
Well, you got to remember, most of these situations don't have anything to do with children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it depends on where you at. Honestly, it's like for me, in the moment I sat on the toilet, I had to pray. Yo, I gotta get this. I gotta get this up to God because I can't give it to nobody else. In actuality, I was wrong. I could give it to my wife, and she, like, at times I tell her, I say, yo, sometimes you don't always tell me what I want to hear, and it's not always about what I want to hear. It's what I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I give her, and wife, I apologize for this in front of you because sometimes I don't give her the credit because she's my wife for a reason.
Yeah.
She's not going to be the yes woman that I may have wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like in that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whether you you take a walk, if it takes some medical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, it just has to be conducive to make you ultimately not band-aid you, but it helps you, like, put you in a space to the point where, all right, I gave it, I you know what I mean? I gave it the time necessary. I can't stalk it now. I gotta move on because I have
Yeah.
to be here for my family.
Yeah. So you think like how your day is started plays a role in that? Like, say if you wake up.
Oh yeah, shit. It goes so far as like, how did the last night end?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in marriage counseling, shout out to Pastor, Bishop Lane, man. Bishop Lane said, yo, you can't go to sleep on negative energy. If you and your lady is going through something, all right, we're gonna agree to talk about it later. But for right now, we're gonna table it.
Mm-hmm.
And you still might wake up with that energy, but like, bro, I can't carry energy from the night prior to the next day because then it transfers over to the next day
Mm-hmm.
or whatever I'm doing throughout that day. I'm soaking in it. Then when how waking up is making sure you have enough sleep. Because this goes into exhaustion too. You getting enough sleep, is your work overbearing? Are you physically taking care of yourself? What are you eating? What are you drinking?
Right.
Are you drinking? Are you overindulging in anything? Because that plays into exhaustion too. Like I've been battling the I'm gonna shut up here because somebody else got to talk. But
You good, bro?
I've been battling this, like, transparency. I smoked weed for a very long time.
Same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm at the point in my life where, dog, I'm be 30 this year, and I want to see different results. So some things have to change.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, for some people, it's a medical thing. It's how they decompress and all that. I look at it differently because I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have to. And sometimes I feel like it's a band-aid or it's like habitual. I smoke at the same time every day when what I would. Now
Right.
it's like some every other day type. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So humans are just creatures of habits, bro. Like, so, and then I notice, all right, if I smoke too late, I'm gonna wake up hella tired the next morning. And I
Right.
have to be up every morning by at least 7:30.
Yeah. That definitely plays a part in it.
Drinking the same thing.
Yeah. I can't get down with the drink because that'll mess me up too.
So, yeah. What about y'all though? Like, how does the mornings, the nights affect y'all?
Honestly, I try to, like, when I'm able to, like, think about it, I try to wake up like every day is a new day, bro. Like if we got a problem the day before, I don't want to carry that into the next day. Like even if like I'll say if we didn't get it resolved, I don't like we can talk about. I think we could talk about it in a different light the next day. Like we shouldn't be as frustrated as we was yesterday. Don't carry your frustrations over. You can carry your mindset about the situation over. That's fine. That's your mindset about it. But don't carry the frustration in the next day. It's a new day, and I think I look at it like that because, like I said, bro, like me, my belief in God, I could have not woken up today. So what's the point in like starting the day mad about yesterday? That's already done. It's a brand new day. Let's move forward and try to make the best of this day.
That's
Very
a
much
fact.
could be the last.
That's a fact.
Is that an easy mindset for you to adapt to? Is that just you as a person? Like you've always been like that?
I haven't always been like that, but I think I've been like that for a while to where it's like it gotten easier. Um, I think losing Deem at a young age, like that was the closest person I ever lost to me, and like that like opened my eyes to like, yo, death is real. Like, especially like the way that it all happened. Like, bro, I had just talked to him. We made plans, like, and we couldn't carry those plans out no more. So like, bro, that could happen to anybody in my life. That could happen to me. And even like, I don't even want to get all deep and shit, but like even like I one day me and Deem would get to talk about it. But Deem knew, bro. Deem knew that I feel like Deem knew that he had that much time. But he still like was carrying on every day. Like
he didn't carry it like, oh, I know my time is coming. He just was him.
And like I have so much admiration for him in those regards because like I said, I didn't know, like when I got that call, bro, I was in disbelief because like I said, I just talked to him. Like we was coming home for winter break. We had plans. Like you made plans with me, bro, but you knew that you wasn't feeling good.
That winter was crazy, bro.
That was a fucked up winter.
We was all working at Toys R Us that year.
We was. You know, my parents was gone at the time. I was in a crib, in my mom's crib by myself.
It's crazy how that stuff happened, bro.
And I think ever since then, like I don't know, I just looked at life a little different. But I had so much admiration for him, bro.
Yeah, R.I.P. Dean, man.
For sure.
Yeah, I know for me, waking up is kind of like starting my day is always like a mental battle within myself. Because if y'all, I've shared this before, but I battle anxiety. So it could be like if I take the path of the negative way waking up in the morning, that could trigger my shit like that. So
what's that path?
Usually if I think of something like if I think of death, that could trigger my shit. Or if I think that something is wrong with me physically, that can instantly trigger my anxiety. So if I get to thinking around that specific area, waking up, the whole day is like fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. So I try to wake up in positive spirits, but you know, we human. It doesn't always happen like that.
Facts.
I try not to carry shit on from yesterday into the next day, but you know, I'm human, bro. Some shit just might hit me harder than other people, and it takes me a little while longer to let it go. So I'm working on that within myself, you know. Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. I understand. I definitely do.
What steps can we take if we talking about morning routine, right? What steps can we take to ensure? And I have an answer, but I want to hear what y'all gonna say. What steps could we take to ensure that our days start off on a better foot?
I know for me personally, when I was in the gym heavy, the anxiety was gone.
Okay.
But I just can't find myself getting back in there. I don't know what it is. Well, I know now it's like I'm working a lot more than what I was.
Mm-hmm.
Just like mornings, my whole work day is like I wake up, I get to work, I drop Price off at school,
Mm-hmm.
get to work around 9 o'clock. From that point, I gotta start to prepare lunch. After I do that, I gotta serve it.
Mm-hmm.
After I do that, clean the kitchen. Boom, I get a little break. After my break's done, now I gotta cook supper for the afternoon.
Mm.
Boom, get that done. After I'm done that, I have to go pick up kids from school. Come back, now I gotta clean supper, clean the kitchen from supper.
Mm-hmm.
And then if somebody didn't show up, like now I gotta cover a classroom in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm starting the day off around kids, and then I gotta come home to my own and have that same mentality. Like I don't want to take it out on them, but mentally, like I've been around fucking kids all day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it gets exhausting, bro. So and my aunt and uncle, they just got back from vacation. They've been gone for like I want to say like 25 days. Me and Jazz had to close every day. And this past week, there's been a family that's picked their kids up late every day, bro. We close at 6 o'clock. I've been here all day, gang. I want to go home too. You
Facts.
feel me? So it's like at that point, like last week, I was like so done, bro. Like,
I commend you, bro.
yeah,
Because that don't sound easy
it's not, bro.
at all. Like, cause I know I can get worn out with my own kids being at home all day. So I mean, dealing with multiple kids, I definitely understand where you're from.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, and especially like with it being work, like it's a lot of responsibility, and like you said, you got to come home and still handle responsibilities.
Yeah.
You don't really get a break, and that's tough.
So like, say if I've been cooking all day now. Say if we gotta eat.
Facts.
What if it's my turn to cook? Now I gotta come home and stand on my feet and cook again?
Yeah.
Clean the kitchen again? Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm working at home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would it be for you, Corey? What could help? Your morning routine.
I think like for me when I was able to like really establish routine. It's hard to right now because like I'm waking up in the middle of the night. And by the time it's time for me to actually wake up for the day, I don't want to. But it's funny because I got like Saint's schedule like in my head, like it's like adapted to my body. He'll wake up around like 1 o'clock. I got to get up and get a bottle. He'll wake up around like 5 o'clock. I got to get up and get a bottle. It's been times where like the podcast really make me do it. Like especially like that Thursday when the episode released, like I set it up to where like it's downloading the night before or exporting, and then I gotta put it on YouTube. I went to sleep because I was tired, but because I had to do that, I then forced myself to stay up at 5 o'clock. Everybody else is asleep. I got nothing but silence in the house. I can have a break. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of sleep, but I can start the day off with silence and my
clarity.
thoughts, and without having to rush. I got to be to work at 9, but I got to drop Sincere off first. I got to get him ready, all that stuff, still take a shower and stuff. So when I'm versus like a morning where I'm waking up late because I'm tired, my sleep is broken, I smoked the night before, I might not wake up until about like some mornings, honestly, I said I got to be working at 9. Some mornings I might not wake up till 7:50, bro, because I'm so fucking tired. And everybody else is asleep because we all tired. If Sincere don't come in and wake me up, because he want to get in the bed, even sometimes then I still sleep through that because I'm so fucking tired or I'm cold. I don't like getting out the bed cold either. Like when it's cold, I don't want to get out the bed. I'm trying to be warm. But yeah, that'll fuck me up. So then if I'm waking up at 7:50, I'm rushing. Everything is fast paced. And then I'm getting mad at Sincere. Like I said last time, I can't get mad at him because he don't understand. Like it's not his fault that I woke up late. I'm the adult. I gotta wake up earlier than this. I know this because I do this every day. Even though he do it every day, he's a kid. It's not his job.
Right.
Like, it's on me. So, like, I mean, to answer your question, I think it's just a matter of, like, losing that little bit of sleep to have that silence in the crib for myself. Like, that helps me, like, carry out the day. Because I used to go to the gym in the mornings, like you said, and I would have a good day. I'm feeling, I've worked out my body. I've had time to myself. I'm thinking in the gym. I come home. I take a shower. I'm fine. I'm not even rushing because I've been up for hours.
Yeah.
Like, the day's been started for me. I lose a little bit of sleep in it, but it feels better.
I think the gym really the key, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree. That's one thing I was about
Physically
to add.
working your body out is, I think that's the key to a lot of problems.
Wait.
Time out. Time out.
Wait a minute. Before you go any further, we have a message for you guys.
I need y'all guys to smash that like button,
Hit it.
smash that follow button,
Bam.
smash that subscribe button.
Do it.
Turn them noties on.
I need it.
Why? So just to let people know why this is important.
We really trying to grow this channel, man. We need all of y'all support. Every single viewer from this video, from this episode, smash that like button like Jordan said. It's going to help us grow this channel and reach new heights, reach new audience to help us grow our community like we plan to do with Fatherhood Forward.
Appreciate y'all. Hit that red button.
Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
back to the show.
That was what so me and wifey had started that doing some workouts at home. If I could, I would go to the gym in the mornings, but I've been dealing with so many pains since this injury. Back. What you laughing for? Man, I can't really, like, I had to cancel the gym membership and all that. So, you know, that especially waking up early too. So like waking up early, like you said, 5 a.m. is like tough.
It's
really tough. But when you have them, when you got that time, and if it's you working out at home or doing whatever, you got that moment to think. That's probably the best way to start my day. I got to go to sleep early to be able to wake up and feel at least rejuvenated that early. But once I'm up, I'm up. Tip for anxiety, especially in the mornings. It don't feel pleasant. Cold showers. And reason being because the water, it makes you have to train your breathing. Breathing helps with anxiety. I'm not saying your shit got to be OD cold, but that's why people take ice baths and all that other kinds of stuff. It helps.
Okay.
Even if you start your shower on warm, you can do 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds cold water. You're going to be trying to find yourself finding ways to breathe. Right. But in moments of when your anxiety is high, that's what you do. You have to breathe. Get the air in your lungs, get it out, and so on and so forth. So yeah, cold showers help, low key.
Fatherhood Forward tip.
Fatherhood Forward tip.
Thank you.
Cold showers. So what I can share with y'all, like, first, but like, what are we dealing with? And Jordan kind of tapped in with it. Like, what are we handling that's making us feel exhausted right now? And then we could talk about exhaustion versus depression and all that. But like earlier this week, I kind of shared it with y'all. Just like I had a moment that really happened, bro. I'm like, bro, what would it feel like for me just not to be here? And not saying I was going off myself, but like everything was so heavy. Just trying to, like, now we down to, I really can't talk the way I want to talk because I know people was watching, so I got to be strategic on what I'm saying. But like now I have to look for another way to get around. I need to ask people for help.
Yeah.
I gotta communicate to 4 or 5 different people. I'm going to physical therapy. I'm taking time away from work. I still gotta pay bills. You're like, all of that. I'm not really pouring into myself the way that I want, the way that I maybe once was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just not knowing how to manage the emotional level of it. Because I know I'm a man now, but like I'm still developing as a man.
Yeah. So
some days I feel like a child. You know what I'm saying? Some days I feel like hopeless. And that exhaustion or depression can like take over a little bit. Only thing to keep me grounded is like I can't give up. Cause my mom never gave up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same
like
for mine. Yeah.
My mom told me, and it's crazy because every time something going on, like I might not talk to my mom for a week, but every time that day came where it's like, oh, it's too much, my mom is calling me. So thank you, mom. I appreciate it. And she was the one that told me, like, yo, little did y'all know, I was going through it.
Right.
And I never seen her sweat. You know what I mean? I had a moment. I remember I had a moment one time where she cried and I embraced her very young, maybe 12, 11, something like that. Yeah, dog. All in all, it's just the life, the day to day of becoming a man of integrity,
Yeah.
a man of dignity, respect, and a man of ambition. You know what I mean? I want so much. Like we mentioned before, we want so much for ourselves and our family, dog. It's easier said than done.
It ain't enough time in the day, man.
Seem like it don't be, bro.
It don't be enough time, bro.
Is it that, or do we unintentionally put too much on our plate?
That too.
I mean, if you sleep 8 hours and you work 8 hours,
That's most of the day.
that's most of the day gone.
Who's sleeping 8 hours?
I'm not,
I'm not.
I'm not either.
but some people do. And they got to get up and go to work for 8 hours.
Yeah. Work definitely does. You know what I mean, take a big factor of our life, man. It's like we said, it's majority of our week, and it has to get done because we gotta pay the bills. But I mean, you can't just sit around and do nothing, like as much as we may want to. Like even shit on my fucking days off, bro. Like it's still something that gotta be done. Like I don't have a real day off. Like I'm talking about even like during the week if I call out of work, you know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as a real day off in my world. And if I do take a day off, like I do nothing, shit is fucked up. I'm backed up. I'm behind.
Yeah.
And now I gotta work extra hard to catch up. So it's like I'm damn near damned if I do, damned if I don't sometimes.
It's like, how do you get out of that mental rut, though? Because do you find yourself, like, not doing things that you like to do when you in that mental rut?
Yeah.
It depends on what you like to do.
That's why I was like hesitant to say yeah, because like I find myself, but then like that's also sometimes how I pull myself out. I need to do something that I like to do because it probably got to that mental rut because I'm doing for everybody else. I'm constantly, I wake up, I start serving, like I'm serving everybody else around me, but I don't do nothing for myself. Like I don't go to work for myself. Like if it was up to me, like the old me, like I would have been quit this job. Like I would have fucking started doing something for myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to punch the clock, but I do it because I got to for my family and for my kids. And I mean, it gets tiring. It gets exhausting.
I understand that, bro. Shit, I haven't streamed in like 2-3 weeks.
Oh
honestly.
no, that's too long, bro.
It's like I know why I haven't. Like, cause when we went to the Poconos, I was on it like every day, streaming for like 8 hours a day. And one of those days, I think it was Christmas Day, I ended up getting copyrighted. So every day after that, my streams didn't save. And I worked so hard to like capture every moment. That shit just like killed me mentally because I had a full plan going into the new year. I had all this new content that we did. Like we sat there, we did activities in the crib, and I don't have those no more. I don't have those memories to go back to. It's just like, damn, bro, I just put in all that work and it's gone. Like,
yeah, I know that's definitely a tough blow.
Those be moments. That moment is a test though.
Yeah,
Because in actuality, you understand what it takes. Now you understand how to do it the right way. And so Mike Tyson had this thing is like, yo, when you favored by God, you also favored by the devil. So the same way you got the plan and the understanding of what you need to do, them forces want to pull you back because they want you to give up.
yeah.
The same forces that want you to keep going, to keep the lights on in this house and your family fed, it's another force that want to pull you down. You know what I'm saying? So just don't give up. You know what I mean? You can't allow yourself to give up. Easier said than done because giving up seems easier.
sure.
But I know I've I known people to give up, kill themselves, and I can't go that far. I shared the story with y'all when I was like 14. I put the knife to my arm. I said, man, I ain't killing motherfucking stuff. But I think people get to that point where it's like the load is too heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought about it.
I think it's natural.
Yeah.
It's natural. But me just knowing that, like, bro, and I battle with that a lot because you mentioned it. When you think about death, it's an overwhelming thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's actually a fear of mine of like losing my wife, losing my kids before I don't think I would mentally, I would never be the same. Like, I don't think I would be able to bounce back from that.
Yeah. I know I'd shut down.
Yeah. It's a real fear of mine, bro. Every time, like, if I think about that, it's instant. Boom. I'm stuck in that hole.
Yeah. I try to pull myself out of that very quickly. I don't even like to, I mean,
soak in it.
yeah, I can't teeter on that thought too long because you can get stuck in
it. It get really, really heavy. And that's when you got to kind of rely on your faith to understand when it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
You or whoever is going to be in a place where things are going to be okay.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to like what you were saying about like the test though, and you know, I mean, you being favored by God and you being favored by the devil. Y'all seen that Jamie Foxx special on Netflix yet?
No, I haven't.
I heard it was
good.
I think y'all should watch it though. Cause he's basically telling his story. Y'all know what happened to him.
Yeah,
I mean, he almost basically died.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give away the whole story. But
I turned it on. I don't think I liked it that much. Honestly.
I think you should watch it, bro. I think watch it in its entirety. He's talking about, I mean, his journey through that situation, and what made me remember it when you was talking. He couldn't remember like 20 something days, and he said like he's religious, and he said he, you know what I mean, talked to God through the situation, and you know what I mean, he had I think he said he had a stroke, and you know, he's Jamie Foxx, he's a celebrity. He felt like what he was saying in there, Jamie Foxx don't have no stroke, like he couldn't believe it. He said he was talking to God. He said he talked to God like, you know, different than, you know what I mean, what people may think you're supposed to talk to God. He talked to God like a regular person.
That's
like,
how I talk to God.
Right, same.
Yeah.
And so he was saying to him like, God, like, why me? Like, I'm Jamie Foxx. Like, I'm bringing smiles to people's faces. I'm making people laugh. I'm touching people's hearts. Like, why me? And he was saying there's people out there doing bad, like that's doing way worse stuff than me. Like, why me? He said, they're not mine. You're mine. And like when you are like a product of God, you're not you are being like tempted by the devil, but I think you're more so being tested by God to test like your faith, and He knows where He's trying to get you to. You gotta follow in His path versus like going to that temptation of giving up. That's what the devil wants you to do, and it get hard sometimes. And you gotta just follow His path, man. That's all I was saying.
Ooh.
I think he has said, I think I did see a clip. He was like, "You lost faith in me," or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what Jamie Foxx said.
I think I tuned Jamie Foxx out when he was making the Diddy jokes.
Oh, that was early on.
I don't like that because don't kick me while I'm down and you was my man. Comedy is different. Don't kick me while I'm down.
That nigga Diddy.
No, but the thing is, all right, little tangent. Did Diddy do any of this by himself?
No. But he the ringleader.
I don't even think he's the ringleader.
He can't be the ringleader. I think Diddy's the fall guy because, all right, if you having these parties, these situations where you allow people to come in your space and everything is taped, it's people in these rooms. It's people who taught him this behavior.
Yeah, I don't think he the ringleader.
Who put him in position to allow him to be the said monster that he is, bro? The thing is, it only gets like that. Only gets like that when it comes to us, bro. Niggas don't talk about Epstein and all them other people like that.
I'm putting Diddy up there with Epstein, bro.
But we be hard. I feel like we be sometimes, and shout out to Logan because Logan he jogged the way that I'm thinking now, because sometimes we harder on ourselves than we are on other people. And I agree with you. He's probably up there with Epstein. But like even I don't think like the dude from Abercrombie and Finch. If you ever seen that documentary on Netflix, he fuck around be worse than Diddy.
I'm not saying he's the worst human being ever, but if all these people can say these things about you and they're very similar, like you
the same
your
thing as
hands
I
is
was there
red.
in the parties with you though.
That don't mean that everybody was doing the same things though.
Yo, Marlon Wayans had an interview with Shannon Sharp and say, yo, I was in them parties till 3 a.m. and I never seen anything. I don't know what people were talking about.
I think a lot of people is guilty, but the common denominator is Diddy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody else is innocent.
Oh, no.
That's a tough subject, man.
Yeah, we have to come back to that one.
But yeah, I think you should still watch it though. I think you should still watch it.
I think that nigga's a clone.
He's not a clone. He talked about that as well.
I know he did.
Talked about that.
It was on my TV. I just didn't listen to it. I watched the movie with him and Cameron Diaz, and when I seen it, I said, yeah, this nigga's definitely a clone. The movie was way too good.
Bro, he's not a clone.
It was way too
He's not a
good.
clone.
Something's not right. It was giving like
He's an actor, bro. A good one.
Yeah.
that shit was too good. I'm like,
You don't think that's like a little insensitive to like say that he's not himself?
man, it's insensitive to kick a nigga while he down. Fuck you talking about a nigga that's in jail for? He
What
doing
that
his
nigga in
time.
jail for?
What is he in jail for?
That nigga in jail for doing some crazy shit to
No,
people.
no, Corey. No, Corey. What's the charges?
Bro, that nigga had
But
nigga had a lot of-
Corey. You listen.
Bro,
what-
all right. We can name
what-
one thing.
what-
You seen the shit that he did to Cassie? He
but
didn't need to go to jail for
they
that?
already settled that. He paid her.
Didn't matter. Should he have went to jail for that? If a nigga did that to your daughter, if a nigga did that to Seven, what you want to happen to?
Of
You want them to
course,
settle?
but listen, was it about him going to jail or him or she getting a payday? Because the only reason why that shit opened up is because of the law that they had in New York, the whole Me Too shit. All right, you can come out and if anything happened to you, you can sue the person. Bro, this shit happened years ago. So the fact that Cassie came, she sued him, she got paid millions of dollars.
Does that not make it worse?
It
though?
eradicates what worse?
That the situation happened a long time ago and they had to make a law for her to speak about it.
Maybe, but she could have spoke about it in that moment when it happened.
She's probably
She's
afraid.
probably scared for her life.
She
bro.
very well could
That's
have
a
been.
powerful man.
She very well could have been. But why does it make it opportune now?
So you saying she shouldn't have spoke up?
No, I feel like she should have, but she should
Well,
have.
once she's not in a relationship with him
spoke up
anymore.
in the moment.
She probably
Probably
would've
was
killed her.
yeah. Nigga, did you see the way he dragged her out in the hallway?
In actuality, I understand, but it's like I feel like the shit be like moments. It just be moments, bro. So all right, it happened, and we don't know whatever could have went through because it also came out that she said she had a whole lot of fun at these fucking parties. That she was getting pimped out. That she was getting pimped out at. Allegedly. But the shit be about a payday. I'm not saying that nigga's not imperfect. I'm not saying he's not gay. But like, bro, shit be weird, bro. And it's not everything that we see. So what I asked you, what has he been charged with? Yeah, he beat Cassie up, but he's not being charged with domestic violence.
I'm just saying that was like one instant that he should, like another reason that I think he should be.
That's
in
what I'm
jail.
saying. So before we can speak on it, we gotta be factual on what we talking about because people are watching. So if he being charged with, because they said the baby oil had like liquid ecstasy in it, if that was true, then we can mention that he's in jail for something clearly because he in there and they won't let him out.
It's probably a
tapes.
lot.
He got a whole lot of shit going on with him, bro. They don't just raid your house for nothing.
But what
Nah.
I'm saying is, it sound like we don't know no facts.
I mean, we got Google. We could look this
For sure. But this conversation ain't about Diddy. And I'm glad we lightened the mood a little bit. Yeah, but so I mean, you know, I'll objectively watch the Jimmy Fox.
I think you should watch it.
I just feel like it's corny though. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we're back. That was a tangent.
Mhm.
Episode 25 tangent. We're still talking about exhaustion, right? Is there a difference between exhaustion and depression? Real?
I think there's a
There's
difference.
definitely a difference.
Is it a clear difference?
Yeah.
I think one can lead into the other.
Okay.
Exhaustion can lead into depression if you just are feeling constantly exhausted. Just speaking to myself personally, like I've had moments where I'm feeling exhausted for a long extended amount of time to where I'm then, excuse me, don't want to do nothing. Like I don't want to leave the crib. I don't want to like look to make my situation better anymore because I'm so worn out. Like I'm losing faith in everything around me. Like
That's a form of depression.
right. And like I've been there, and it's hard to come out of that. You get stuck in there. You start to get complacent in the situation. You're not seeing any light in nothing, and that's just a dark place to be.
I agree. I guess I had a form of depression going on. I ain't streaming 2-3 weeks. That's something I love to do. I plan to get back to it this week, but it's just tough, man. Balancing that, creating the content for the game, then going and editing the content for the game. It's not. I don't have a lot of time to do that, so I'm really backed up for real on editing my content for my shit. But you just gotta keep going, man.
And that's why I ask, like, sometimes we unintentionally put too much stuff on our plate because, like, being a parent, we got to be a parent on top of all of this stuff. Like,
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
we got to go to work on top of this
But
stuff.
if you don't put this shit on your plate, how you generating the wealth that you want to see?
Yeah, and I feel like that's also something that we're like trying to normalize about society today is that you have to have multiple streams. Like, what we doing isn't normal. Like, you shouldn't have to do all of this stuff to make $1, like to get by. You know what I mean?
For who?
For all of us. Like look at like how older people say like, oh, like y'all they think we lazy. Like I've seen clips of that online. Like I just seen a clip about Whoopi Goldberg saying like, oh, young people is lazy. You know what I mean? They saying they got it harder. No, we actually do. Like if you look at the numbers, like what they had to make then, we got to make like I think they said like 8 times more. Like that's hard as a human. Like we
also have a lot more resources than they ever had.
and we still got the same amount of time in a day. That part didn't change.
Yeah, but I think the resources give you a leg up. Like, bro, if you wanted to, you can come up with a whole business idea in 20 minutes if you had a thought out idea using ChatGPT. You can buy and sell and trade stock, all this other at the tip of your phone. Our resources are endless. So I'm not saying like I feel like the vast majority of people, like young people, are absolutely lazy and distracted.
You can have all of that planned out. Like if it was that easy, bro, everybody would be rich.
Yeah, you still have to put in the work and the time.
I don't agree with that because you gotta like, all right, we have it at our disposal, but you have to have the thought. The thought is one thing, and then you got to have the drive to do it. 9 times out of 10, especially with the podcast, people don't have follow through. So at 10 episodes, 90-80% of people after episode 10, they don't have a podcast no more,
right?
Because you don't have the follow through, bro. It's like out of all a lot of people that I interact with, niggas have ideas and nothing else behind it.
Bro, I think a lot of it still stems down to like even like using the podcast as an example, we putting time, we investing into this. You know what I mean? Time, money, energy. We doing this for us. You know what I mean? Like we not seeing things coming back into that yet. Like we 25 episodes in, but we still pushing.
Yeah.
Like for the long run for it to come back. But when you constantly trying to get it to come back, like I said, we got a plan. We executing it. We ain't rich yet. That's why I say if it was easy, everybody would do it. And I can see how somebody can get worn out and stop doing it because if like how you saying you could do that same time and energy, go on ChatGPT, make another business plan. Like you could keep on doing that, but things take time and it takes a lot of time and the goalpost keeps getting moved. I just seen something today that said the American dream now costs $8.4 million.
Damn.
I seen another thing that said for your kids to go to college, like I think it costs like I think it said like matter of fact, damn it, my phone's right there. But it's this Instagram page called Wealth. They post like statistics like that all the time. And I be seeing it, but it was like just seeing that, bro, like if you go back and look at it a couple years, inflation is a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like we're fighting against that constantly, bro. like inflation changes, wages ain't changing.
So the dollar, I think we getting confused. Like not confused. We're just like on two different tracks. So I'm thinking of like opportunity. Are you more focused on a dollar amount, like how harder it is to get a dollar than it was before?
I'm saying how harder it is. Like the dollar doesn't. It's not the dollar anymore. Like to get like before.
I see what you're saying.
Like $1,000 used to be a lot. We know now you get $1,000 a day, bro. You can burn through that real quick.
I get what you're saying.
It's the goalpost moved. Like we say, like a house. Like we use a house as an example. People, like, let's use this neighborhood right here. People bought these houses at how much? Probably like 200,000, 185. Now today, that same house, no changes. That same house is going to cost you and I 300, 400,000.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. The amount of money that you make at a job didn't even change, but the house price changed. So then the goalpost moved. I got to now work 2 jobs where the person that bought it only had to work 1 and they could afford it comfortably. I got to work 2 jobs to just get by and get it.
Yeah, that it's kind of like this. It's kind of the same thing though. It's like, yeah, jobs may not be paying enough, but like I guess it was cheaper. It might have been cheaper to live back then. But like, say if we're talking about 60s, 70s or whatever, right? One person's income was enough.
Yeah,
that's why the father could go to work and the mom could stay home. The opportunity wasn't there though. Some people work the same job for 30 years. Whether it be like whether they were happy or not, or they could afford things, it's like I feel like if you have a better opportunity to make it now using your creativity than you ever had then. And since we have the opportunities, niggas is lazy in that regard because it feels like it's taking too long. But in actuality, our people work for 30 years making the same or a little bit more amount of money, and the opportunity was never there. They were held below these glass ceilings. You couldn't move up, or you were really dealing with racism. You got to find jobs in the newspaper. You got to buy a house in the newspaper. Our resources are unlimited. So yes, it's harder for us to attain and sometimes retain and keep it. Sometimes we got to do 7 streams of income, they say, to be a millionaire. And that might be today. It's probably different earlier. Our resources are endless.
Yeah.
We got fucking computers, bro. You can, bro, it's so much shit that we can do that they couldn't do.
I understand that. But I still think the goalpost is moved and it's constantly moving.
Of course, but that's evolution. It has to happen like that. Is it harder if we taking a traditional route? Yes. Are the opportunities there to take an untraditional route? Yes, because we're doing it. You're streaming. We have a business now. How hard was it for our people to start a fucking business before? Are we making money yet? Not necessarily, but are we pushing ourselves as hard as we can? No.
Why do you think that it is that majority of our people of our ages, because I seen the statistic the other day, I think it said ages 24 to like 28, 30 are actually still living at home?
We're distracted.
And I honestly don't think that people have enough support around them.
In terms of what?
Like say if you was to start another business, right? How many people do you really know that's going to actually support you and continue to support you?
Why do I have to start a business to be successful?
How else you going to get the money?
Because that's the American dream.
That's like I believe that you have to have a business to be successful.
Absolutely. Well, it depends. It depends.
Like depends. Rich successful.
It depends.
I mean, how else you going to get it?
It depends on like your level of expertise. Because whenever we get Javon on, I think Javon is very successful, but he also has a business as well.
Who's the CEO of Apple right now?
Is it Tim Scott?
I don't know. It ain't Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs started Apple. The CEO of Apple is successful. He works. So, like, I'm saying that to say, like, you don't have to, like, there's different.
That's a high level job.
But how did he get there? Because we never know what he started. Like, if we can use Elon as a way, Elon started PayPal, sold PayPal, bought another business. He bought Tesla. So it's like, you have to be in some level of business to achieve. Bro, America is a corporation. The people who get taxed the most are us.
Yes.
Our moms are, because we don't understand the law of the country that we live in.
Mm.
So it leads us to working the same dead end jobs, us being exhausted, us just surviving to pay bills because we haven't attained the level of thinking, or we haven't had the support to teach us the proper way how to scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think people are distracted though, especially our age, because you got social media, music. I can't say the music. You got pornography. It's just a lot of shit that take away our time and energy.
I actually stopped watching porn a while ago.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I did that, but
Good. But I'm saying, like, in certain, like when before Elon brought Twitter, bro, Twitter was a porn site.
Absolutely.
Instagram, oh my God.
So many cheeks shaking on that joint.
Instagram, great. You really don't gotta go watch no urinals no more because, bro, you look on the explore page, like, we're heterosexual men. So before we were in our relationships with our woman, we seen a bad joint on Instagram. I'm liking that.
bro, I know niggas that go to work every day. I know niggas that go to work every day and work 2 jobs. It was smarter for the nigga that I got in mind right now to move out of his apartment and to move back to his mom's crib because rent is so fucking crazy, bro.
I agree.
I understand that.
Like, but that's the point that I'm making, that all of that stuff becomes exhausting because the goalpost keeps moving. Like, if rent right now is like, you try to go get an apartment right now, bro, you paying like $16,000 to $2,000 a month right now. Like I said, and wages ain't changing.
So in that aspect, right, what are you doing with your money while you're at your mom's crib? Are you saving it to put into a business? Are you
saving it to at this point, you just got to go buy a crib.
Okay.
Like, you got to, because there ain't no point to just keep on renting because the shit gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it just becomes exhausting, bro. That's all I'm saying, is that we are in a crazy time right now. And I think it's like a disservice to people to say that people are lazy, bro. You can work your ass off and still be behind the 8 ball in today's time, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, we are going through a silent depression. And to not acknowledge that,
it's always been like that though.
it hasn't always been like this.
Yeah, I believe so.
It had, bro.
For our people have always struggled.
Yeah,
I remember living comfortably at a time, bro.
When?
Before COVID. Bro, when I first moved into my first apartment,
what was your definition of
rent was $10.95 in my apartment. The apartment that I live in now, I moved into that apartment in 2021.
But what I'm saying is, you can get a mortgage. Well, you probably can't get a mortgage for that. Right now.
No.
But we got our mortgage for the same amount.
Was this before
was
COVID?
then.
It was 2019.
Before COVID.
Before COVID.
I mean, rates are at 6% right now, so you can get a mortgage on an adequate crib for like $1,400
Where?
in my neighborhood, for sure.
No. How much is the house?
$140. We bought it at.
You bought it $140,000.
$40,000 worth of equity. Yes.
You think cribs in that neighborhood right now are selling for $140,000?
No.
Not no more though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're at least
They're
like
going for
200,
yes, they're going to almost 300.
Not in my neighborhood. There it's 185. I look.
Okay.
No.
It's a house for sale right across the street.
185. I'm not buying that, bro. Pull it up on Zillow.
I say at least 200.
But so that's what I meant when I say that. Was we talking about the dollar amount or not? Because yes, it's going to be harder to attain a dollar, but do we have more resources than they had before?
You got to work extra harder.
Yeah.
In the time
we do have more resources.
We have more
Of
resources.
course,
yes.
you got to work hard. You're going to have to work hard regardless.
But in the same 24 hours, that part didn't change.
Yeah, it's like the piggyback off of what Corey said. How your man's working 2 jobs and still can't afford his rent. That just sounds.
What are you doing wrong?
It's not that he couldn't. It's not even that he couldn't afford it because he was paying it. But it's smarter to go back home because you can save more.
Yeah.
It's just harder in today's time, bro.
I agree, man. My mortgage is sky high. through the roof.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
But you knew that going into it.
I did. My bills are damn near tripled now from going from my apartment. So
You got equity?
yeah, I do. We do have equity. I plan to pull that out.
So it's smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Pull equity out, put it into something else.
Yeah. Definitely plan to pull that out this year. So
I lied.
yeah,
we know.
I'm looking at my house.
I know.
Can't show you.
You can look at the Zestimate. It'll tell you.
That joint's 30 for my crib.
Yeah, we know.
But the crib across the street is different. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the gripe really. I think the point is, like, for me, like, it's a lot more. Maybe opportunities.
What was the interest rate? Sorry to cut you off. When y'all bought your crib,
like
2.5.
2.5.
Mine's was 7 something, bro.
When you buy your house 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That was
coming up on 2 years.
Well, you know, everything that happened after that, they printed all the money. They had to raise rates. Rates was high as shit back then.
Yeah, you know how good 2% is, nigga?
Nigga, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people that's in this situation right now, bro, they trying to do what you do. It's harder. It's harder.
It's people out there.
You can't say
like,
it's not.
way more rent in an apartment than you're paying.
I'm not going to say it's harder.
Why? You're not living it.
Why not?
You just you got a 2% interest rate. You got a mortgage that costs what you just said the same
But that's
amount
what
as
I'm saying. We talking about cost versus opportunity. You can go fucking DoorDash.
We have the same 24 hours.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything. But you can work you can work every hour if you wanted to for 24 fucking hours. You couldn't do that before.
Have to do it before. It's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It depends on what cost of living that you're trying to live at. Some Hispanics live 10 niggas in the crib. Everybody work hard as shit and everybody save money.
Right.
We're not living like them because we don't choose to.
If I want to live like you, what do I got to do? If I want to get you got the crib. If I want to do that, what do I got to do? And then tell me what you had to do.
Well, my wife bought the house first of all.
Tell me what she had to do.
My wife worked 2 jobs for years. I mean, I was there to help. She had a realtor. She put $4,000 down. She got seller's assistance. The down payment was actually $10,000.
Now, for me to go get that same thing, but I'm not going to get the 2% interest rate.
No.
So it's going to be higher.
Mm-hmm.
She worked 2 jobs. I'm probably going to have to work more because it's higher. It costs more.
It'll probably be like the same payment down, but your mortgage would just be higher.
I mean, I gotta maintain the mortgage.
Yeah.
So I gotta work harder. Bro, that's all I'm saying.
Bro, they had an 8% inflation rate in 1977. We're at 6% right now. So yes, like, bro, you're gonna have to work harder.
That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna have to.
You're saying that it's not harder. You said it's not harder.
When it was 8% back then, they had to work hard. They didn't have nearly as much opportunity.
I'm talking about okay.
You talking about what?
Bro, it's definitely way harder now. It's way harder now.
Are we talking about just attaining the dollar and retaining it? That's what you speaking of more so?
Obtaining the dollar that gets you what you want to get.
Okay.
You can go get a job, but the dollar doesn't go as far as it used to go. That's a fact.
Yeah.
It kind of goes I guess it would go hand in hand. So yeah.
What's the minimum wage here?
It's still less than $10.
Is it?
No, I think they definitely raised it.
I think it's like
it might be 13.
Yeah.
Federal or state?
State. I believe it's $13.
I think it is too. Minimum wage is
still
13.25. Yeah. But that's still shit.
Yeah.
Ain't
you
shit.
Can't buy nothing on minimum wage.
Bro, I remember when I could I could live better back in like a couple years ago, making like $20 an hour. $20 an hour right now, I'll tell you right now, it ain't nothing.
Ain't no paper.
I agree.
So it's harder.
It's like
it's not
the
harder.
$100 bill is like.
Does it cost more?
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because it costs more makes it harder? No, we have
I
to
gotta
work
do
smarter.
more. I gotta do more.
We have more opportunity. You have more opportunity
But
to do more than ever before.
everybody not thinking like that.
Then it
bro.
wasn't for them. We already think like that.
Yeah, we think like that.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to adapt the mindset. Bro, you don't make it certain places because you don't allow yourself to attain the knowledge to gain any type of experience to build yourself up to earn more.
But how long have we been thinking like this? Because we're all 30 now,
I've
basically.
thought like this for a very long time.
But are you where you at where you want to be financially?
I mean, we can always strive for better.
Okay, so doesn't that make it harder since you've been thinking about it for a long time?
No, because every year I've done better.
Yeah, as you're supposed to. But are you at the goal where you ultimately want to be for
No,
your
I would
family?
be fucking rich. We'd be recording in a.
Okay, so that makes it harder.
That doesn't
bro.
make it harder. It doesn't. It's not any harder. For me, no, because I have the opportunity.
Yes, I'm agreeing with you that
we
there's
understand
multiple
that part.
opportunities.
It doesn't make it harder because it's more expensive. You have to plan and prepare. So when we talked about budgeting last week, niggas don't even have a budget. Corey said he just don't overspend. Where's your money at? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the way you make situations like if your man wanted to buy a crib instead of going home, he might have just not been able to go out for the rest of the fucking year. Are you planning adequately?
Makes it harder, bro.
What y'all think? What y'all think?
And I'm not saying it's easy because that's what I keep saying. Like our opportunity is it surpasses theirs. Is it harder to keep and retain $1? Probably, but we didn't live back then either. So we probably need somebody who's been in both time periods to speak about it because Whoopi been rich for a long time. So that's her perspective. I can understand, but she ain't with the low hanging fruit no more. So she may not see how many people are really are lazy or not. Cause she might be around some rich lazy people. You got the leisure to be lazy.
So you're saying it's ultimately up to you. Is what you're trying to like
either
what you're saying.
For either side, yeah. It's up to you. But like, cause a lot of our people have been, and we're so off topic. But
I mean, I think it's still like on topic though, because it becomes exhausting.
It becomes exhausting, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of our people are hell bent by Section 8. And that's generational.
Yeah.
Why? Because some of us haven't aspired to want more. We've just been complacent in a situation. We don't educate ourselves.
I agree. I
don't know, bro. The one last thing I'm gonna say. I think it's harder, especially as a parent, because, like I said, the time factor didn't change. It's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah,
I could transform my situation. I got a CD on my back pocket every day. I can go over the road and make way more than I'm doing. But I'm trying to do the right thing and being in my kid's life, and it's harder in that aspect.
but so you just said you have a solution, and yeah, you wanna be there for your children, but why would you allow yourself and your family to suffer financially if you already have a solution? Whether it be a year, 2 years, 3 years, because when that time passes, because we know time goes very fast.
Yes.
When that time passes, you'll be able to say, "Damn, I missed this time, but I'm here now, and we live a lot more abundantly than we did before."
Because I won't be able to get that time back.
So sometimes we have to sacrifice. We have to determine whether you struggling right now is worth sacrificing the time because on the back end it's going to be worth it. How many of us have actually sacrificed? What have we had to sacrifice?
That's what I sacrificed. That's a sacrifice.
Right.
I feel like Corey gave up the camera too.
Did. Time, bro. Time is so precious to me. I can't get the time back on my kids, bro. My kids is never going to be 8 months again and 3 years old again.
To be honest, they're not going to remember you going like that
I'ma remember.
as you got older. But will you beat yourself up because you know what you were? It's not like you leaving for years to go to the strip club and throw your money away. You're going to put yourself and your family in a better position on the back end because you just said, bro, you don't care. All right, either way, you would be punching the clock. If it was the camera, it'd be something a little bit different. But if you know, all I need to do is do this for 3, 4, 5 years. It's 3, 4, 5 years. I can afford to put my kids where they need to be. I'm not happy 100%, but I can be done in 5 years.
Man, and yeah, you could have found something that's you come home every day.
I was doing that.
And you wasn't fucking with it?
Still wasn't. It's not the money in trucking. You gotta. If the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning.
You gotta be over the road.
You got it. You want to get that money, you got to roll.
Okay.
So like, even with me having a job where I was coming home every day, it wasn't. I'm still like long hours. It was like in the truck, nigga. Your clock reset every what? You can work for 14 hours straight in a day. So even on a day, John, like you coming home every night, they can still work you for 14 hours. It's 24 hours in a day.
Right.
All you need is 10 hours to reset your clock. After 10 hours, you can get back out on the road legally. So we just said you sleep for 8 hours. Nigga, I just work for 14 hours. You damn right. I'm probably going to sleep for 14 hours. I come home. I still got to drive home after driving all day. I got to get some sleep. I can't drive tired.
Right.
God forbid I drive tired. Then I kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm only going home to go to sleep and turn right back around to do it. I ain't doing nothing for my kids.
I feel you.
For what? For the money? I can't get this time back. That's also me. I value the time that I get to spend with my kids.
No, I understand, bro.
Over the money, bro. That money come and go.
Significant difference?
Damn right. Damn right. But again, I value that way more. It's not the only way to make $1. It's just a way that I know for sure.
So would y'all agree that money buys you happiness?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think to some regard it does. Because if we all had, let's say if we all had 100,000 in our bank account right now, would your mental exhaustion be the same? Would your mental state be the same?
I think it boils down to like what you value. Like in one of them jobs that I'm talking, like I was trucking for a couple years. I made over 80 grand in a year. 80 grand a year. I was comfortable, bro. I was making 1,500 like after taxes every week.
Every year was that?
I got my CDL in 2021, so probably like 2022 before Saint was born. Because I stopped once I found out we was going to have Saint. But I was still like, that was probably like a dark time for me still. And that's when I really learned that money don't give me happiness. Because why am I making the most money that I ever made and I'm still not happy?
Because I'm not. You value your family time.
Yeah.
But to some other people, they probably don't have the same values as you do.
That's why I say it boils down to what you value.
I think money can afford the things that can unlock your happiness. Whether it be you being able to pay for daycare in full, your mortgage in full, your lady save some money, you afford to send your lady somewhere, or y'all go somewhere together. Money can afford that, but I don't think nothing can buy your like happiness. It can just be the instrument, the tool to unlock some things that can help you. But I feel like a lot of people would be a lot less depressed if they had money. Maybe a lot less, but I think some people would be less depressed. Like some of the frustration that I deal with sometimes is like deciding whether not whether I should purchase, but what is more important. Like y'all said, sometimes the credit card don't get paid. Some shit might not get paid. And would I be a lot more happy if it was taken care of and I didn't have to think about it?
Like, when's the last time y'all bought yourself something?
I just bought myself something a couple weeks ago.
Well, we know this is a a great time for you. But
It depends.
before that, when's the last time you bought
It's been a
yourself?
minute.
It depends on the something, cause like I bought I bought a couple pair of polo sweatpants, and stuff like that. But I wear it to work, like calm shit. Like I don't.
All right, let's say it's something you really wanted.
I don't know why.
See? Can't remember.
I'm gonna probably buy these Lakers Sixers stickers. That's gonna make me happy. If not, I won't be mad. It's been a while.
I think it's important to remember to treat yourself.
But I don't think buying things for me anymore
It doesn't necessarily
that.
have to be like an item.
Yeah.
Like Corey said, he took himself out to eat.
Like a self-care
Like
type
a self,
of
yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like a
it's been
material
it's been
thing.
a little
But
while for self-care for me.
I think that's still important to like getting that mental exhaustion out of you. You
Mhm.
know, it doesn't always have to be sit in the crib. You feel me? Just take yourself out, unwind like that.
Mm. Boy,
Touched on a lot today.
or you want to go out back, nigga?
Huh? why you want to go back with me, bro? Like,
So I got some gloves.
My
Yup.
brother,
It's
dog.
like
Nah. It's good that we have difference in opinion, because
Yeah,
I
'cause
hate
it
yes man
shares-
ass niggas.
it shares multiple opinions. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I think it's fine. Like it's okay to disagree.
That's what make us who we are.
For sure.
Yeah.
I still think it's harder.
You know, for I'm thinking about it, like it is hard to keep it. I ain't lived back then, so I can't speak to say if that was harder. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know.
Yeah.
Only thing I can speak to is we got tools that they never had. So for them, if they knew how to use it, you know what I mean? Or if they had it at their disposal, it would be different.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree, my brother.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like they said, like I shouldn't have been in kindergarten. I should have been out there buying a house.
Oh, what I was thinking.
That's a fucking waste of my time.
I
Like,
should have been saving every penny and some shit. All right, y'all. Anything y'all want to add?
Nah.
take care of yourself, man.
Please take care of yourself. Keep God first.
Fuck, nigga.
Oh man, I know if y'all are experiencing any type of anxiety or depression, just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's not okay to sit there in a black hole and just sink.
Mm.
Vice versa, if you know that one of your friends have it, family members, check in on them, man.
Mm-hmm.
That could really get them through. Like,
I agree.
it's a real thing.
Make sure I was at Ferris doing like they had like this chess club thing. I was there, and one dude has said, "Yo, make sure you lean on the people around you."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think we do really good at it. And this is probably one of our most like candid moments in doing it. Make sure you lean on the people around you, because if you lean on them and they move over, that nigga wasn't for you anyway.
Yeah.
So lean on the people around you, man.
Yeah, man.
Keep God in your life.
Fuck, nigga.
25.
All right, y'all.
Achala.
Catch you on the next one.